Ki khubor ka Batesi TV
ka umdi basnyam bat penjasliang Umrupa Premium Meghalaya.
Admission open for playgroup, pre-nursery and nursery. Angels Play School, Upper Lachimia, Shillong. Contact 98635 or 6009322
Bull, a specially designed machine that is stronger, faster, more powerful and fuel efficient. Contact Orange Automobile at 977-400-3555 or 961-584-7757.
Umindirang ba ka jilla kontrak kongkol sangma rengkat kejiadan lang ju menteri ke sarkar jilla ubakmi iktra Bording wa abu tahel mandal haga sautruk leber arata pausan lemai phang haga bapintre kam ya ke scheme ke bathamai haga jilla ya ke blatip kum ka one time settlement scheme ke pintre kam Lyngba ke Meghalaya Power Distribution Corporation Limited. Hakani ke jingalang blapenya do chairman jong Meghalaya Power Distribution Corporation Limited Usanjay Goyal laidan lang ki he officer jong katrat Bording ke jalla. Kumaju pentip hang ni Lyngba kani ka OTS scheme kina shoshnong ke jalla ki bamla shu ben siri ka bai thang Bording electric da bon banai baik blasha otno ka Bording mentala ailat bikin Siew Khyndiat pa Khyndiat kata da ka besi shwa sau pho na ka shispa ndru pho na ka shispa Bada ka basa kilapan Siew pendap Khyndiat haru sansin bat Lyngba ka jing pentrekam ya dengan skim lama peru ya kasud. Hadian kani umindirang ba ula pelat pat ba siaki rutli kali blashna kerpang na ka benta kinong tre jagatna Bording ki bahab benlet maramat badan ka jingdo Bording hakeleng ki district jong ka jilla.
Once a consumer agrees to avail this OTS, then we remove the outstanding charges that you have. We completely write it off and you don't have to pay any of it. So that's a big relief. We have seen some of the consumers that we have been able to give the benefit to today have saved almost out of the 3.5 lakh bill, almost 2+ lakhs was outstanding amount. So we have waived large amounts like these. So for any customer under the scheme who comes forward, your surcharges will be taken off and will be completely waived off. And the basic principal amount of outstanding which is there, for that also we are only asking you to pay 40% as advance down payment, and the rest of the amount you can pay in equal installments, which can then be worked out with the MECL. And more importantly, the interest will not be charged also on that installment amount. So your amount, the amount that is due is frozen and broken down into small installments so that it's easy for you to pay. And at the same time for MECL also, there is no major financial loss. So we're really hopeful that we will get a good response, because by doing this, as I said, we will be able to really support and help our small-time consumers of MECL, and at the same time reform and strengthen the financials of the MECL, and hopefully, as I said, that it will also set a much more better trend for the future, where we'll be able to maintain our books and finances in a much more clean and efficient manner. So with this, I once again congratulate our Honourable Minister and the Honourable Chairman and our consumers who have come forward to take advantage of this for this wonderful OTS scheme. The second program that we are having today, as was mentioned, is basically the introduction of maintenance vehicles. It sounds very, very simple, but actually it's very practically very important, and something that is going to ensure that the maintenance services are improved. Earlier, the MECL linesmen and the people working on the ground had to take ladders and carry the ladders in Mahindra pickups, drive to the location. Sometimes the ladder is not enough to reach it to the top. Such practical problems used to be there, and that led to a huge delay in the overall repair of the lines. At the same time, it was also a matter of safety concern for the linesmen. With the introduction of these maintenance vehicles, these are hydraulic powered vehicles, which means automatically without any ladder, the hydraulics will lift the concerned linesmen and the maintenance people up to the level that is required to maintain the line and to rectify the lines, which, as you can make out, is going to hugely improve the time it takes for the maintenance to be done. And this is the pilot and the first phase that we're doing. Post this, we will be ensuring that many more vehicles in a phase-wise manner is also included, and all the districts should get basic minimum number of vehicles for maintenance is what our target is. We impact the overall uptime of the lines and also help us to really rectify the problem at a much faster pace. I also would like to share and inform in this point in time, as you're aware, that the Power Department and the MECL have taken a large number of reforms which have helped us in ensuring that no load shedding or regulated load shedding takes place in the state. And this was done last year. There was no regulated load shedding. And this year also, we have announced that there will not be any regulated load shedding, which is a big achievement, keeping in mind where MECL was at one point in time and how it has been very challenging to come to this level. At the same time, we are still facing problems because of the large distribution networks that we have and the limited number of substations that are there, which then leads to frequent cuts in power because of different conditions that are there at the grassroots level. And because of the large distribution network without the sufficient amount of substations, the repairing time and uptime also is affected. And hence the solution for this in the long run is to have many more substations and to reduce the diameter and circumference where the coverage of the particular substation is. So keeping that in mind, we are starting a process, and very soon, right after the budget session, we will be starting the process of sanctioning substations. Earlier we used to wait for central government to sanction for us because these are very expensive projects, but we are going to start that at our own state level. We have decided that every long journey starts with first step, so let us take that step. So we are starting with 10 substations, and slowly as we move along, we'll keep doing 5, 10, 15, 20, and hopefully within a matter of a few years, we should be able to have sufficient substations which will ensure that the uptime and the overall service level and quality level is of the highest standards. So while we have no regulated load shedding, the strong distribution, transmission and distribution network will ensure that when these two aspects are taken care of, then we will have stable and proper supply even at the most remote locations in the state.
To click a team with every photo with everyone. Should we stand here?
Yes, sir. Come all of you. 3.
An OTS program, that is one-time settlement program for our smaller consumers. If you recall, we had come out with an OTS for larger consumers. We felt that there is a need to give this option to even the smallest consumer of ours and the common man, and to be able to help and support and give them an opportunity to clear the dues that are pending and unnecessarily creating financial burden on them. With that objective, we started the OTS program of 2025, especially for our BPL consumers. Through this program, we are writing off all the surcharges that are there. And apart from writing off the surcharges, the principal amount that is there, only 40% has to be paid as down payment, and the rest of the 60% can be paid in installments, which will again be interest free, so that there's no more interest and surcharges that pile up in the future. So this is a program that is going to affect almost 45,000 consumers in the state, and the consumers will get a support of close to about 26 crores of amount will be waived off for this 45,000 consumers, and the total dues that are there is about 119 crores. And as I said, that we urge our consumers to come forward and take advantage of this so that we can clean the slate once and for all and start off fresh. And this is a great opportunity, as I said, for the consumers, as we'll be waiving off the late payment charges. The second program that we're having today is the flagging off of the maintenance vehicles. This is being done again in a process to make the entire maintenance and the services more efficient under the MECL. In the past, similar maintenance work used to be done by taking ladders, and the vehicles used to then carry the manpower and the ladders, and on that basis the ladder is used to rectify the lines, which could be a great inconvenience because sometimes the ladder would be short, and it could also be a danger for the people who are working as linesmen because the location could be slippery in very difficult situations. So keeping all of that in mind, we have modernized our maintenance program, and we have started with a fleet of few vehicles where these maintenance vehicles are powered hydraulically, which will allow the maintenance to be done in a much more faster and much more efficient way. We are starting with few vehicles as a pilot project, and very slowly we will expand this fleet into different parts of the state, in especially the rural areas and all the district headquarters, so that we're able to create and have a better uptime, and the maintenance can be done in a much more faster manner, and the safety and security of a linesman also can be kept in mind. Government has announced that we will not be having any scheduled load shedding this year also, which is again a very great achievement, and this has been done because of the hard work and and continuous focus of our Honorable Minister as well as our chairperson and the entire team of MECL. This would not have been possible without the work of every single employee of MECL who have worked dedicatedly to reform MECL and make it what it is today, and we are seeing an improvement. Whether it is the uptime in terms of the scheduled load sheddings not being there, whether it's in terms of our AT&C losses, coming down to less than 18%, or whether it is the different maintenance aspects that we're talking about, we are slowly and steadily seeing MECL become a much more efficient, profitable, and a much more better and professional organization. Of course, we have a long way to go because a lot of challenges and a lot of past dues are there, but I think we are on the right track. So keeping that in mind, we are also working towards stabilizing the power distribution at the grassroots level. I'm happy to inform you that apart from the load shedding, which will not happen anymore, the second part of the problem we face is because of the lesser number of substations at the rural area. Because of less infrastructure and substations, when there is a flip or a trip in the line, it takes a long time to rectify because the area of coverage of one substation is very big. In order to make the system more efficient, we need more substations. And putting up more substations requires more finances and funds. And hence we have decided that maybe the numbers are large, but we need to start somewhere. And therefore, immediately, right after this session, we will be starting the implementation of 10 new substations, and slowly and steadily every 6 months, every year, we will take up many more, so that we finally are able to have sufficient number of substations, which then will ultimately ensure that our overall distribution network is much stronger, smoother, more efficient, and the uptime is much better.